So I just rewatched Boruto. Said literally no one ever. So I just rewatched the Naruto versus Isshiki fight in full detail, and as I was sitting there on my bed just analyzing the entire fight and everything that was happening around them, I kind of realized something. Baryon mode is kind of trash. Now, before y'all go in the comments and try to crucify my entire bloodline, let me explain. Alright, Naruto's had a lot of transformations over the years, and to be honest, they were all pretty nice. First, he had his various QB modes. I remember how hype it was in the Zabuza arc when Naruto and Sasuke were about to lose. Then this man Naruto sees Sasuke dead and goes crazy, absolutely crazy. And we just see this massive orange aura come out of Naruto in the shape of a fox. And he's like, oh! And then this man looks straight at Haku and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, that shit was so clean, bro. Also, can we talk about how they really had us thinking Sasuke was gonna die in like the 10th episode? Like, what the hell, bro? But yeah, that's only like the first time he transformed. For basically the rest of part 1, every transformation was pretty similar. But it was so cool every time he transformed because there was always this like unexplainable sense of like hype and also stress at the same time, partly because you knew Naruto was about to fuck some shit up, but also because if Naruto had to be pushed to get angry enough that he even transformed in the first place, then the situation he was in probably had to be absolutely horrible. Like, he was in some deep shit if he had to transform. Because of that, the stakes were at an all-time high basically every time he transformed, which made every transformation meaningful, and it actually worth the hype. It gave it meaning because of the stakes and the danger, you know what I'm saying, the potency of the danger in that immediate situation. And then we got to Shippuden. That's when everything changed. For some reason, they completely flipped everything on its head and started making Naruto spam his Nine Tails chakra every battle, like literally every fucking fight. It's insane, bro. Whenever Naruto had the smallest, most insignificant inconvenience, he would just go Nine Tails, and and bro, he would literally spam that the same way he spams Rasengan. Like every fight, it would just be Nine Tails, Nine Tails, Nine Tails, Nine Tails. And it was so bad, they literally made a plot point out of it. All of that stuff happened throughout the first couple of arcs in Shippuden. And then we got, in my opinion, probably one of the best transformations in all of Naruto, which was Sage Mode. And I honestly think that Sage Mode Naruto is Naruto at his absolute peak. Like the way he showed up and immediately took out like 2 of the paths of pain. Definitely one of the most epic moments in Naruto for sure. The greatest part about all of that was that it was all Naruto's strength. It was all through Naruto's strength alone and none of the Nine Tails, which is why that transformation was so great. It was Naruto's hard work in his training with the frogs in Mount Myoboku or whatever. Unlike literally every other transformation, Naruto actually had to work for it this time, which made the payoff that much greater. We saw him struggle and push through as hard as he possibly could to get to the point where he's at. It was extremely satisfying to see him use his newfound strength that he actually worked for. It didn't come out of nowhere, and it was properly explained. And he also got new abilities, which is always a cool thing in a transformation too. So what does this all lead to? Baryon Mode, which in my opinion has to be one of the most overhyped and underwhelming transformations I've ever seen in an anime. I know y'all all remember how excited everyone was to first hear the news about Naruto's new transformation. There were so many speculations on what he could do and his new abilities and how powerful he was. We even had some people saying he could beat Ichigo in a 1v1 and Saitama and all these other crazy characters and statements. And then the Naruto versus Isshiki fight finally comes out, and all Naruto does is punch Isshiki for 5 minutes straight and then do a Rasengan. That's literally it. I think my biggest problem with Baryon Mode is that it was just a big disappointment. This transformation was so hyped up and the stakes in the middle of the battle were so high. Like, he literally had his whole sun and the entire world in his hands. If he didn't win this battle, his son was gonna die. So you would think that the payoff would have to be super massive, but it just wasn't. Kurama sacrificed his entire life just for Naruto to be able to successfully punch Isshiki for 3 minutes. And he didn't even kill him. This is crazy. Just think about this for a second. They killed one of the most powerful, most important characters in the entire plot and storyline of Naruto, just for Isshiki to stand up and stomp on Naruto right after he gets beat. Like, what? Realistically, Baryon Mode should have been like a one-hit KO. That shit should have been like Final Explosion, bro. I understand that would have made the fight boring. I don't know. I feel like it would have made a lot more sense. They showed more respect to Might Guy's 8 Gates transformation than to Naruto in his Baryon Mode. Explain. And he didn't even get any new abilities. Like, usually when a character transforms, it's like this big transformation, especially if a character has to die. There's usually some new abilities. There's usually some new skill. But all this man Naruto did was punch, kick, and use a Rasengan. That's it. The same exact bullshit he's been doing since the beginning of the series. Like,
nigga, I'm trying to see some action.
This is supposed to be Naruto's most powerful life-ending transformation. I'm trying to see Naruto fly into the sky and summon like 10 meteors. It blasts his Rasengan off the face of the planet like some Final Flash Dragon Ball Z shit. Like, I did not sit here and listen to all this hype and watch Kurama slowly disintegrate in front of my eyes just for Naruto to punch Isshiki for 2 extra minutes and not even kill him. I'm sorry, but Baryon Mode to me just overall felt so underwhelming. It did. It came out of nowhere too, kind of as like a Deus Ex Machina to the situation, and for all it was hyped up to be, I honestly just don't think it delivered. It just didn't. Also, we gotta talk about the way this transformation looks. Like, I'm not trying to slander Naruto. That shit was ass. Like, I'm not gonna lie, his drip was not immaculate in that transformation. It just wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, I like the red cloak, but there's just something about those giant fox ears on the top of Naruto's head that just doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't look right. It looks like bro is wearing a furry costume. Like, all in all, this transformation was just a huge letdown. I like the fight, and watching Naruto beat Isshiki, it was hype. I made a reaction to it, by the way. You should go click on that. I like the fight and watching Naruto beat Isshiki, but in the hindsight of the battle, Kurama's death was absolutely useless. They kill him for no reason. It's honestly insane how much of a waste Baryon Mode was. He could have used that in literally any other situation, and I feel like it would have been better. But you know what's also a waste? Caring too much about what other people think. After rewatching Naruto, I paid very close attention to Sasuke and his personality and mannerisms, and managed to figure out a lot of traits Sasuke has that you could absolutely apply into your own life to make yourself more confident and social. One of the biggest traits Sasuke has is not caring about what other people think, and I already know that's a trait you don't have. I have figured out 3 exact things Sasuke does that makes him so cool and lets him disregard other people's opinions about him. If you want to be that cool, confident guy who does not care about what other people think, just like Sasuke, click on this video right here. I promise you, you don't want to miss out on these tips. They have literally changed my life.